Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit. All right, cool. So we're gonna click on. Okay. All right, so we're gonna click on your sorcerer right here. Are you in classes and stuff? All right, we're gonna click on sorcerer, and this shit should come up. I know. Have you chosen a bloodline yet? Fae. Okay, great. So on at level 3 you get so far you have 2 bloodline powers and a spell. Have you chosen your spell yet for Fae? Let me look up the archives of Nethys. Fae bloodline. I just want to see if you looked up the powers and stuff. Here we go, Fae bloodlines. Okay. So you get Entangle at level 3. That's for your Fae bloodline. That's your bloodline spell that you get. Do you have that already? Okay. All right, great. That's perfect. So I just wanted to make sure that. Okay, that's excellent. And your hit die is D6. And what is your con score? It should be at the main tab. Okay. So that means it's a +3? Or it's a +2? Oh, it's a 14. Okay, yeah, +2. Yeah, so that every time you level, you add +2 to whatever your D6 you add. And I like to do max hit points. So you have a D6, so add 8 hit points from your current, or it's just current. Just add whatever number you have now, add 8 to that. Yeah, add that to your max and your current, and then that'll be your new max HP. All right, great. And on 4th level, if you go to configuration tab, let me know when you're there. So do you see where it says like, okay, great. No, you're good. We'll click on configuration, and then you see where it says class, and it'll say sorcerer. Okay, cool. So on the right, you'll see an F, and there's a box, and then it'll say level in 3. So change that level to 4. And then under BAB to the right, we're going to change your BAB to +2. And then the fort save, reflex save stays the same, +1 for each. And then your will save is a +4 now. Perfect. Now, we're going to go to the spells tab. So it'll be under the tab that says configuration. That one on the left, to the left of that should say spells. All right, we're going to click on that. And then on the left-hand side under spellcasting, it should say like Sorcerer 1, ability mod, concentration, temp, that stuff. So under level, under first level, spells known, at level 4, you know 6 0-level spells. So cantrips. So change it from known, change it from whatever it is now to 6. Where it says level and then it says 0. And well, you're at no. These are so the level under spellcasting is the spell level. Yeah. So 0 level is like cantrips. Yeah. Known will be 6. And then first level will be known will be 3 now. Or it's already at 3. Okay. So you might have gotten a special It might be a racial mod or something to where you can get more. Oh, because I think you have bonus spells, right? All right. And then under level 1, I think it's still the same. It's still at 3, right? Plus 1, so it might be 4 now. Level 1 now, instead of 0. Oh shit, we gotta change that to 3. That's a lot. Because you know 6 0 level spells, but you only 3 first level spells. The spell, it's under spell casting. So you see on the left hand side, not level 0, level 1, but on the left hand side, you see where it says spell casting. These are the spells that you know that you have. Yeah. Because I can only use 1 a day. I think that's what that is. So if I mark it here, it should change. And they're prepared also. I'm not sure what this little 1 means. That's confusing. Let me check. Because it says 1 everywhere. I think that just means that I have it prepared once. I believe that's what that means. I think those are the ones that you probably wrote down that you could use since you're a sorcerer. But since you only know... hold on, let me read a little bit in the sorcerer. Let me see. She can cast... Oh, okay. It says you can cast any spell you know without preparing it. Yeah. Spontaneous caster. To learn... Oh, your charisma... What's your charisma? Yeah, main, and then would tell me your mod, not the score, the base score. What's the mod? That's why you know more. That's exactly why. So... Under spells, it says that to learn or cast a spell, a sorcerer must have a charisma score of 10 plus the spell level. The difficulty class for saving throw is 10 plus your spell level plus your charisma mod. So I think we added those because you might have a feat or something to where you know the spells and then you know a bonus for what your charisma mod is. So it's 3 plus 4, 7. So that makes sense. Yeah. So we'll change it back to 7. So and then those are all the spells that you know under like level 0, level 1, that stuff. So we just got to make sure to remember to add 4 to your known. So yeah, you know 7. So we'll go back to spells, spell casting. So under known level 1, we'll write 7. Great. And then let me check how many per day. So first level, I'm on, yeah. So at 4th level, you can now do 6 first level spells per day and 3 second level per day. That is just where it says per day. So it'll say level, known, per day, and then temp bonus. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so if yours is already, that's perfect. And then under second level, spells per day, it's 3. And then known, it's 1 plus 4, so 5. All right, great. So we've got your spells. We've got your bloodline spell. Issue materials, it doesn't matter. We got your spells known. All right. And then you added your HP, right? All right, perfect. Now we can go to your intelligence. So let's go back to the main tab. What is your int modifier? Okay, so usually for sorcerers, every time you level, it's 2 plus your int mod each level. So uh, on the right hand side of that main tab, you see where it says skills. So go all the way down and it'll say total ranks. How many do you have out of what? What's the number out of how many? Okay, so you have 3 more that you can put. And you can't put your ranks higher than your spell levels. So for example, you're level 4 now, you can only have 4 ranks in a certain skill. So whatever you want to put your skills in, you only have 3 points, but 3 points is better than nothing. So whatever you want to work on, or whatever you feel like you could, I would suggest at least max out your perception always. And then if you're a charismatic person, your diplomacy or your bluff, whichever one you want. And then obviously disguise, if you want to put that up. But you're probably proficient in that, so you might not even need to put ranks in there. But yeah. Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say so. Perfect. Cool, cool, cool. No, you see where it says ranks? So change it from, if what is your blood or your disguise at now? What ranks do you have in there? Okay, so you can put all 3 points in there if you want, since you're level 4, or you can just put 1 in there to make it 2, and then you can put 1 in perception and just make it whatever number it was before, and plus 1. Uh, and then you can either divvy them up, or you can just max them out into one thing. It's whatever you want. But yeah, you change it under ranks, nothing else. Yeah, and it should calculate it for you at the total. Sleight of hand is like the ability to steal shit. Is it check marked for you? It's okay if it's not. If you really, the great thing about D&D is you can learn it. You just need to ask around and find people. Like if you find a thieves guild, or if you see somebody stealing, or if you just like have a hunch and you're like, hey, can you teach me how to steal shit? Like at a random person, like who knows? They might show you, like one day they might show you how to, show you something cool. Uh, so yeah. Spellcraft is for if somebody is if you find like a wondrous item and you don't know what it does, or if an enemy or somebody else is using a spell, you can use Spellcraft to identify what spell that is. Yeah, totally. Yeah, because I know it's like it's so easy when you're fighting against like a character that I created to see what spell I used, but you're not supposed to know what it is. Your character isn't, at least. So it'd be cool to just be like, oh, he's casting something, spellcraft, and then you just roll it. And I think the spellcraft is the DC of the spell, so it shouldn't be that high. What is your spellcraft, Frank, or your total, whatever? 5. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Dobry's is 7, so yeah, Dobry. I mean, I liked your slight. What? So usually, it depends on how you want to level your character. I love to level my character for flavor. So like, if my character would be good at something, like I would want to make, or like if I want to turn him into an asshole or something, or a thief, I would try to learn sleight of hand. Or if I, want to be very knowledgeable, I would put him in ranks. So for you, it really depends on what you want to do. If you want to change it up, you can put ranks in something else if you want to learn something new, or just go with, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just go with whatever you were doing before. Really depends on what. Yeah, sky's the limit for you. Whatever you want. But just don't put it in like something like heal or profession. Unless you want to be like, unless you want to learn how to like titty dance or something. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And you're charismatic, so. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you can wait. And if I were you, so we don't forget, I would leave a note under the notes portion, just or whatever will help you see it easiest. Like under additional, there's notes at the bottom right in the additional tab. I usually put where my items are and stuff, but I sometimes I put like just notes like that, like learn sleight of hand from somebody, something like that. That way, yeah, you don't forget. And it's always fun to like add flavor to your characters as much as possible. That's what I love doing. Okay, that's done. Great. So let's see. You're at 4th level, and so at 5th level, you'll learn an additional spell. So every 2 levels after your 3rd level, you learn an extra spell derived from your bloodline. Let me see how you can look up your spells. And obviously, if you want to do that later, we can. And then you add a quarter of to the DC of enchantment spells. But I want to see what that quarter means. If you add a quarter to it for every level, so at 4th level you add 1 now. I don't know what adding a quarter of that means. I'm guessing it's just each level you add a quarter to it, to the DC of enchantment. Just only enchantment though. Let me see what else is there to do. Okay. Yeah, so the cool thing about sorcerers is they're like spontaneous casters. So if you know a lot of spells, you can literally just be like, I'm going to use these today. And you don't have to prepare them or anything like that. As a cleric, I have to fucking prepare them. It's so annoying. Or like a wizard. Because it's all touch and go. You never know what spell you're going to use, what's going to happen to you. So it's like if you prepare one thing and then you have to play it safe, you just do healing spell. It's so boring. Like it can be. Let me see. Cantrips, issue materials. You can do 2nd level spells now. Could you do them before? Yeah, you could. Yeah, or no, you couldn't. So you can pick out a 2nd level spell if you want that you know. So you see where I'm pointing at in my stream, where it says, here, let me zoom in on this. Can I go down, asshole? Right here, see Sorcerer Wizard spell list. So if you click on that, it'll take you to just all of these spells that sorcerers know. So if you in your free time or whatever, if you want to look through like 2nd level spells, just be like, oh, adhesive blood would be cool. Attacker's weapons stick to your gooey blood. Like that's fucking sick. There's a lot of really cool shit that you can look up. But I mean, other than that, man, I think you're all leveled. And once you become like once you start getting crazy powerful and you hit like level 7 and higher, there's like a lot of shit that you can do. It's gonna be really cool. And I know you love to like levitate or fly and stuff. I think you might be able to get the fly spell. Let me see. Yeah, I need to. That's also what I wanted to talk about is your spells and how you got them. I want to see how the hell you got fly. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, exactly. You can be like a seagull or whatever you want. And I see that you do have the fly skill, but that's different from the spell. Like I think right, yeah. It's so confusing. The fly skill is completely different from it's like you're like it's not you actually flying. It's kind of like it's trying to see how long you can hover in the air before you fall. Yeah, I mean you have to focus on it every 6 seconds, and the DC gets harder and harder and harder the longer it gets. So it's not worth using. It's such a weird fucking fly skill. Okay. But if you want fly, let me see if sorcerers can get it, cause that'd be dope. Fly. Strong wings. Enhance the target's wings, giving them greater fly speed. Let me see. Windy escape. Oh yeah, that'd be... Subject flies at a speed of 60 feet. So fly is a level... third level spell. So you can get fly at... Spells known. Third level... Level 6. So once you hit level 6 for your character, you'll gain the ability to know one third level spell, and yeah, fly is pretty dope. So then once you use like the fly spell, oh yeah, you'll be able to fly. It's 60 feet per turn in the air wherever you want. It's fucking crazy. And it doesn't change if you go up or down, because usually if you're a seagull and you want to fly, if you go up, you're moving it, I think, either quarter or half speed. But when you're dropping, you move it 2 or 3 times the speed. But when you use fly the spell, it's the same amount, 60 feet wherever you go, unless you're wearing heavy armor. Yeah. Whoa. So it's like Peach from fucking Melee. That's cool. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, you want to talk about flavor text? Get fucking billowing skirt. there's it's not necessary at all unless somebody pushes you off a cliff, and you just use billowing skirt. You just like fucking. I wonder what that is. If it's a vocal spell, if you have to say something, or if you can just wish it. It should say. Sometimes it says. Let me see. Oh yeah, VSF. Yeah, it's a vocal spell. That's funny. So you could just do like whatever catchphrase or whatever you want to do it. But there is a DC, which is funny, and it is a fly skill check. Yeah, so you'd have to do that and then roll a fly check. Man, that would be so crazy to get that, because I don't think that would ever happen. But if it did, I'd be like, well, this is it. And then it happens, and it's like, yeah, that was cool. Okay, next. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not worth it, but it'd be really funny. All right, cool. I think